This is the L2C Media Network and live from the Tom O'Neill Studios at the Fred McLeod Sports Desk in Jackson. This is Steve's Sporty Balls. It's sports news and more. Tonight, even though we're still in a lockout, we still got baseball news. The NFL made news. We got our basketball and hockey segments. And Steve thinks Cody Rhodes may have done wrong. We find out all that and give you the events from AEW Dynamite. And all of this is sponsored and presented by the fun folks at the L2C Media Network. And now, his name's not Dan, and he doesn't do boomsies, but Dan O'Toole does, and we'll give him a little lovingly respect. Something in that script will work. Here's Steve. Hi there. Hello. How are you, everybody? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Steve Baxley, the Baxman, is here. And ain't you glad of that? That's right. We are here. You are there. And the world is looking better and better and better. Now, let's see if we can do that. What can I tell you, folks? But today, it's been a loaded day. How loaded? Well, we're going to pop up our lovely little teleprompter so I can do this properly. Let's see if we can do this with proper respectoid. Yes, we can. There we go. Okay. Our broadcast, our scoreboard is, as usual, sponsored or presented to you by the fun folks at Caesars Sportsbook. Remember, we are all Caesars, but even Caesars do have a limit. And if you think you got a little gambling problem and you need a little help, you need someone to talk to, call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700. That's 1-800-522-4700. Once again, remember, we may be all Caesars, but even Caesars have their limits. All right. There we go. Okay. We have done the commercial. Plus, we got you want to do the plug for. By the way, welcome back, Harry, from your vacation. You sort of forgot to do something to us. You always write down something that happens with TV or radio things. You do know that Viacom CBS is now Paramount. I thought you were going to do a riff on that when you introduced me, but that's understandable. Anyway, let's get to the scoreboard. And as always, usually we would do the basketball, the hockey, and all that. Well, tonight we're going to do it in a very unusual way. Where are we? Come on. Give me some goodness here, okay? Give me some good. Do me a solid here. Okay, let's take you now first to the hardwood. That's right. It's time for us to take you to a loaded, jam-packed NBA before they go on their little holiday. That's right. The All-Star game is, I do believe, this week. So let's make this one good. We got a couple of games that are still in progress. Still in progress. One more time. Come on. Cooperate, please. Cooperate. Thank you. Love it when they don't cooperate. Okay, let's get to the scoreboard right now. Minute 43 left to play in third quarter. It is the Warriors over the Nuggets, 83-74. Jokic for Denver. Them's the Nuggets. 24 points, 17 rebounds, 3 assists. Curry for Golden State, 18 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. 5:42 remaining in the third. Boom, 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 boom. It's the Utah Jazz, and here's the word. They lead the Lakers 68-60. Oh, gee, they just scored a quickie. Yeah. Mitchell for Utah, scoring leader, 30 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Davis for the Lakers, 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Some final scores for you. The Atlanta Hawks beat the Orlando Magic by a score of 130-109. Bogdanovic for Atlanta, 23 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists. Anthony for Orlando, 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. The Brooklyn Nets beat the New York Knicks 111-106. Thomas for Brooklyn, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Randall for New York, 31 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Detroit Pistons won a close-in, folks. How close-in? 1 point. 112-111 over the Boston Celtics. Grant for Detroit, 24 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Brown for Boston, 31 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists. Indiana Pacers over the Washington Wizards by a score of 113-108. Caldwell Pope for Washington, 27 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Halliburton for Indiana, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 14 assists. Portland Trailblazers over the Memphis Grizzlies by a score of 123-119. Nurkic for Portland, 32 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Morant for Memphis, 44 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists. San Antonio Spurs over the Oklahoma City Thunder, 114-106. Johnson for San Antonio, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Mann for Oklahoma City, 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Final score, the Chicago Bulls over the Sacramento Kings, 125-118. Fox for Sacramento, 33 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. DeRozan for Chicago, 38 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Toronto Raptors over the Minnesota Timberwolves, 103-91. Trent Jr. for Toronto, 30 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Towns for Minnesota, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Phoenix Suns over the Houston Rockets, 124-121. Schroeder for Houston, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Booker for Phoenix, 24 points, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists. And that is the pros. How about the college? We got college.
I just like that I don't have to insult you today. No, Kelly, take it up to I was telling you that you are but honestly though, like
anyway, we got the women, so let's get to it. There's only about 3 games to talk about. So let's get going on it. 14th ranked Texas over 6th ranked Iowa State, 73-48. 7th-ranked Baylor over TCU, 80-55. And if that doesn't help, how about this? Texas Tech over 15th-ranked Oklahoma, 97-87. Let us go night now to the men. Fa la 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 li 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 li. Excuse. Come on. Let's see here. There we are. There's what we got to get. There we are. There's always a way to get to our control room. Give them a couple of pizzas, and they're beautiful. Okay, just waiting right now for the little wiki wee wees to pop through.
If your partner makes a racket in bed, would you sleep solo instead?
Opa. Okay, come on. Come on. We're having some problems tonight with our teleprompt. We're trying to get the men's scores up. So we want to tell you that tonight, of course, Nick Rekieta is streaming tonight. And it is, of course, Lost Explaining the Interwebs with our friend, the humble Minnesota lawyer, Nick Rekieta. Go to Rekieta Law's channel for the best damn show. If you ever want to learn about law, that's the place to do it because he knows it and he's been through it. Cha-cha-cha. And, of course, he's been streaming some great trials recently. And please join him tonight, midnight Eastern, 11 p.m. in the Central Time Zone, which is 9 Mountain and 8 Pacific. And we are still in the technical malaise. Oh, boy. Come on. Okay, let's see. Can we get to the men's scores? Can we go to the men's scores? That's the situatable problem we got here. Okay, and there we go. Now, this should put us up with the men. Yay! Finally! Finally! We're back up with the men! I'm Zoidberg. Okay, and here we go. At the half, it's number 1 ranked Gonzaga, 45-29 over Pepperdine. Final scores. Number 2 ranked Auburn over Vanderbilt, 94-80. 5th ranked Purdue over Northwestern, 70-64. 11th ranked Texas Tech over Baylor, 83-73. Rutgers over 12th ranked Illinois, 70-59. 24th ranked UConn over Seton Hall, 70-65, and 25th ranked Alabama over Mississippi State, 80-75. Oh yeah! Mm-hmm. You think we're done? Of course not. We're not done. Why? Because we got one more thing in our basketball pro la fa, and that is, of course, the G League. That's right. It's time for the G League. Presented, as always, by Gatorade. Is it in you? Because if it isn't, it better be, because Gatorade replaces all of that gooey gunk, all the electrolytes and everything that you lose when you sweat and work so hard. You feel like you're about to drown in your own perspiration. Gatorade, is it in you? Okay, let's get to the games that are scheduled for today as we sprechen Sie speak. All right, here we go. Let's point it up, boys. Thank you. Okay, the Birmingham Squadron over the Oklahoma City Blue, 102-96. Capital City Go-Go over Greensboro, go. So warm. 106-85. Long Island Nets. They're the cousin of the Long Island Iced Teas. Um, 115-102. So the Nets win that one. Westchester Knicks over the Raptors 905, 119-106. Austin Spurs over the Salt Lake City Stars 125-104. And 4:22 remaining in regulation. It is South Bay Lakers 105, Agua Caliente Clippers 87. And that is the G League. Now we go from them to the NHL. That's right. It is time to go hockey. Hockey. There we go. And we got two games that are still going on, as we usually do. And with 6:59 left in regulation, the Calgary Flames lead the Anaheim Not-So-Mighty Ducks 4-2. Second intermission, Avalanche and Golden Knights of Vegas are scoreless. Let's go to the final scoreboard. Winnipeg Jets over the Minnesota Wild 6-3. Shafley, Winnipeg 3 goals, 1 assist. Wheeler for Winnipeg 4 assists. And Perfetti for Winnipeg 1 goal, 1 assist. And in overtime, the Florida Panthers over the Carolina Hurricane for 30-2 in overtime. Ekblad for Florida 1 goal, 1 assist. D'Angelo for Carolina 1 goal, and Barkov for Florida 1 goal, 1 assist. Guess what? That's it for pro hockey, otherwise known as the NHL. Let's go to, hand in hand, the NCAA hockey scores. Hallelujah, hallelujah, lulu, hey. So here we go. No game scheduled for the men. How about the ladies? Let's go to, and nothing for the women. So, wow, this day could, you're getting a little smart. Let's go to the minors, and that's the AHL. Here we go. Some enchanted evening. Hummy dummy do. Do 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 do. Okay, let's rock it and make it good. Okay, the Abbotsford Canucks beat the Bakersfield Condors 2-1. Oh, wait a minute, they're not beaten. They're still playing in the third. Abbotsford Canucks lead the Bakersfield Condors 2-1. 11 minutes left to play in the third. San Diego Gulls lead the San Jose Barracuda just as the third period gets underway. It's 4-1. Final score, Henderson Silver Knights lose to the Colorado Eagles 6-3. Laval Rocket and Belleville Senators postponed. Charlotte Checkers over the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins 4-1. Trial Marlies over the Utica Comets 6-2. Rockford Rockford Ice Hogs over the Milwaukee Admirals 4-1. Texas Stars over the Grand Rapids Griffins 3-1. And that is the AHL. How about it? Let's say it. The Big O! That's right, the Ontario Hockey League. Do we have any possible scores to give our people for tonight? Well, I think so. Kingston and Mississauga, they were postponed for COVID reasons. Erie beat Niagara by a score of 6-2. In a shootout, it was Hamilton over Oshawa by a score of 3-2. London over Guelph 4-2. Kitchener and Owen Sound, North Bay, and Sudbury all were postponed, and the final game, the Sioux beat Flint 2-1 in a shootout, and that is the Big O. Wow. Let's go further our intellectual love of hockey with the rest of the minor leagues. If they have something, this is for our good friend Myth Dandelion Floof. Oh, we've already done the American Hockey League, guys. Let's go to the next one. That's the ECHL, the ECHL. So let's go to the ECHL. And here we go. Boop. And here we go. We're waiting for them. We're waiting for the scores to come on down. Scusa. Bop doo 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 boop 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 ba doo 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 boop 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 bop boop beep bop boo doo. Let's see. How about recent? Thank you. I should have touched that earlier. Okay. Here's all the scores that happened today, the 16th. The Allen Americans beat the Kansas City Mavericks 5-4. Wichita Thunder over the Idaho Steelheads 3-2. Iowa Heartlanders over the Tulsa Oilers 4-3. Toledo Walleye over the Cincinnati Cyclones 3-2. Jacksonville Icemen over the Florida Everblades 3-2. Rapid City Rush over the Norfolk Admirals 5-4. And finally, the Fort Wayne Comets with a K over the Kalamazoo Wings with a W 6-3. And what can we say but wow. There you go. We're done with the ECHL. The ECHL saved us from further embarrassment. Let's go to Southern Professional Hockey League. And for that, let's go to the Spiel. Das Spiel, Evu. And let's go to the scores for the Spiel. And there were no games tonight, but there will be games on Friday. Oh, Thursday, actually. One game on Thursday and a bunch on Friday. So the Spiel. And here we go. Federal Prospect Hockey League in the Fipple. Let's go to it. We go boop. We go bop. No, not the standings. Not the standings. We want to score. So here we go. Scores. Yes, scores. Let's see if we do have any scores while our teleprompter gets beat up mercifully. And here we go. Here we go. Here are the scores. That's right. There's no scores because no one played today. So guess what? We're done with the minors. We're done with the college. We're done with the pros. We're done with hockey. Boo. Yes, we are done with hockey. We are at the midnight hour, which is and means and totally disseminates with us going, let's do some headlines. So here we go, kiddies and cadets. Ba, 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 ba. And even though we are on lockout, I do believe this is day 74 or 77. I'm afraid to count. The spring training is now unofficially delayed. Ooh, not good. But now let's get you on the lone Major League Baseball news that we have for you tonight. Juan Soto will have a chance to smash contract records when he becomes a free agent in 3 years. No one knows this better than the Washington Nationals, and they reportedly attempted to lock their 23-year-old superstar up long-term before baseball's lockout. Washington offered Soto a 13-year deal worth over $350 million earlier this offseason. Enrique Rojas reported for ESPN. Soto declined the offer. Rojas, his agent, Scott Boras, the Tigers' favorite person to talk to, its contract offer included no deferred salary, something that has long been a staple in the contracts with the Nationals. A $350 million offer would obliterate the current contract record for a player with 3 to 4 years of service time. Freddie Freeman just expired, 8-year, $135 million. That's $135 million extension with the Braves. The 13-year, $350 million offer resembles a 14-year, $340 million contract the San Diego Padres gave Fernando Tatis Jr. last year, though there are a few key differences. Most notably, Soto is 1 year closer to free agency now than Tatis was when he signed his contract, and Soto is going through arbitration for arbitration 4 times as a Super 2. Tatis would have gone through arbitration the usual 3 times. Proximity to free agency and the Super 2 status of Soto's earning potential. Soto is projected to make roughly $16 million through arbitration in 2022 with good health and continued Soto-like performance. Arbitration could push his 2023 salary into the rocket range of $24 million and his 2024 salary north of $30 million. Now, Mookie Bettis holds the arbitration record with a $27 million salary before proration in 2020, though Nolan Arenado sought $30 million through arbitration before signing his long-term extension in 2019. Soto is well positioned to set arbitration records. Now, assuming Soto makes 16, 24, and $30 million in his 3 remaining arbitration years, Washington's offer values his free agent's years at 10 years and $280 million or thereabouts. A few recent 10-year free agent contracts are as follows. Excuse me. We good? Yeah. I just need new rollers. All right. Corey Seager of the Rangers, 10 years, $325 million. Manny Machado for the Padres, 10 years, $300 million. Bryce Harper for the Phillies, 13 years, $325 million, $244 million in years 1 through 10. Now, the key number here, Soto turns 26 in October 2024. The offseason, he becomes a free agent. Harper turned 26 in the offseason. He became a free agent as well. Machado turned 27 in July of the first year of his contract, and Seager turns 28 in April. Sign Soto as a free agent, you get 4 years of his 20s. That's almost unheard of in free agency. Harper was coming off his first MVP season when he was Soto's age, though Soto has been better overall. And Harper clearly took fewer dollars per year in exchange for more total years when he signed his contract. Harper was incredible at such a young age, but Soto's been on another level. Among players with at least 2,000 plate appearances through their age 22 season, a very exclusive club that includes only 23 members, Soto ranks second in on-base percentage behind John McGraw, second in slugging percentage behind Mel Ott, and third in ops behind Mike Trout and Ty Cobb. Players who do what Soto has done at a young age tend to become all-time greats and inner circle Hall of Famers. Not a bad group to be a part of. All right. By the way, those of you hoping, praying, and wishing that that Jim Harbaugh was going to be back in the NBA. Well, an NBA, that would be a strange thing. Back in the NFL. Well, we got some news for you in that front. He isn't. That's right. Jim Harbaugh has agreed to a new 5-year contract with the Wolverines after having a nice flirt with the NFL again over the offseason. Terms of the contract not disclosed, but it's an additional year under Harbaugh's pre-existing deal from January of 2021. Harbaugh led Michigan to its first Big Ten championship since 2004 and an appearance in the college football playoff last season where it lost in an embarrassing 34-11 game to the eventual national champion Georgia. The Wolverines also topped rival Ohio State for the first time since 2011, while defensive end Aiden Hutchinson was named a Heisman finalist following a breakout season. But Harbaugh made waves by interviewing for the Minnesota Vikings job on National Signing Day, the uncertainty of which led to offensive coordinator Josh Gaddis and defensive coordinator Mike McDonald leaving for new jobs with the Miami Hurricanes and Baltimore Ravens, respectively. Harbaugh promoted internally for co-offensive coordinators and hired Vanderbilt DC defensive coach Jesse Minter to the same position. Harbaugh reportedly told Michigan Press his flirtation with the NFL was a one-time event. Yay. Following a disappointing 2020 season, Harbaugh agreed to a 4-year incentive-laden extension that notably included a major reduction in his base pay, taking him from one of the highest-paid coaches in college football to a salary of $4 million. While the terms of his new deal have not been publicly revealed, there is little question that the success of what he did in 2021, coupled with Harbaugh's near departure from the NFL, should push him back up into the top echelon. Competitively, Big Ten rivals have shelled out for their coaches in recent months. Michigan State's coach Mel Tucker signed a 10-year, $95 million contract last season, while Penn State coach James Franklin also agreed to a deal that could pay him $75 million over 10 years. Wow. Okay, let's keep. Oh, boop, boop. Yeah, boop, boop. Okay, do we have more? Yes, we do. All right, more baseball news for you. And here we go. Chicka boom boom. Chicka boom boom. Chicka boom boom. And Matt Harvey could face suspension for drug distribution. Wow. Detroit free agent pitcher Matt Harvey testified on Tuesday as part of the trial concerning ex-Los Angeles Angel employee Eric Kay's role in the death of former pitcher Tyler Skaggs. Kay is accused of providing the drugs to Skaggs that resulted in his death. Now Harvey's testimony could result in a suspension of 2+ months if and when he signs with a team, according to what a Major League Baseball official told TJ Quinn of ESPN. Now, Harvey, who admitted to distributing pain pills to Skaggs during their shared time with the Angels, is believed to have violated the league's policy against drug distribution. Part of what Harvey testified about here's a part of what Harvey testified about during his time on the stand. Now, Harvey stated that he would provide Skaggs with Percocet pills and that painkiller usage was common among players in 2019. He also told the court about how, after being told he wasn't traveling with the Angels and what proved to be that fateful road trip, he asked Kay for an oxycodone pill. When Harvey woke up the following morning and heard about Skaggs' death, he told the court he threw away the pill because he feared something would happen to him, so says the Athletic Sam Bloom. Major League Baseball sent a statement to Quinn and ESPN that the league intends to investigate once the trial ends. The defense rested their case on Wednesday, meaning closing arguments will take place tomorrow, or later today, if you will. It's worth noting that Major League Baseball is unable to enact any punishment until it lifts the owner-imposed lockout, which has now been in place since early December. That act is not expected to occur until after the league and the Players Association ratify a new collective bargaining agreement. The 33-year-old Harvey, come March, that's right, he's 32 still. He appeared in 28 games with the Baltimore Orioles last season. He has not been a reliable big league performer since 2018, casting down his prospects of landing another contract. He was one of several former Angels players to testify that they received opioids from K on at least a single occasion. Those players are now expected to be suspended since none of them admitted to distributing the drugs to other players. Wow. All right. Let's keep going. Here we go. Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson hasn't taken the field in a year while facing 22 civil lawsuits as well as a criminal investigation by the Houston Police Department for alleged sexual misconduct. With all those lawsuits and an investigation, when did he actually have time to play football? Ha ha ha. Thank you. Let's see. Where was it? That hasn't stopped the former Pro Bowler from identifying preferred destinations in the event he's traded this offseason. The Bucs and Vikings are among the early teams on Watson's radar, according to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, with 2022 free agency a month away. The 26-year-old, who has reportedly desired to move out of Houston since before his legal issues surfaced, has a no-trade clause in his contract, meaning he must approve of any deal. He preferred the Dolphins as a landing spot ahead of the 2021 trade deadline, Chris Mortensen previously reported. And Miami was reportedly deep in talks to acquire the Texans quarterback at one point, but the Dolphins appeared committed to former first-round pick Tua Tagovailoa under a new coach, Mike McDaniel. The Buccaneers are a logical fit. With Tom Brady retired, Coach Bruce Arians figures to pursue a quick fix at quarterback to capitalize on what appears to be a suddenly shrinking championship window. 2 years after the team won the Super Bowl, Tampa Bay has also been linked to the Seahawks. Russell Wilson, despite a tight 2022 salary cap situation. The Vikings, on the other hand, have Kirk Cousins under contract for just one more season. There we go. That's better light. New coach Kevin O'Connell reportedly endorsed Cousins in the interview process, having previously worked with the quarterback in Washington, but new general manager Kwesi Adolfo Mensah could save $35 million by trading the veteran this offseason. And right now, let's do what we do normally, and that is the medal count for the Beijing COVID Fest, otherwise known as the Winter Olympics, the winter of our discontent. And right now, it is still Norway with the most gold at 13, with 7 silver, 8 bronze, for a total of 28. Russia Olympic Committee with 4 gold, 8 silver, 12 bronze for 24. Germany in third with 10 gold, 6 silver, 4 bronze for 20. And the United States in fourth with 8 gold, 7 silver, 4 bronze, and 19 total. So there we go. There we go. There is the top 4 medal count. And today, Thursday, February 17th, women's skiing combined slalom final is happening at 1 o'clock in the morning. Women's ski cross final, 1 a.m. Women's speed skating, the 3,000 meter final at 3:30 a.m. Women's figure skating free skate final, 5 a.m. Men's curling semifinal 1 at 7, semifinal 2 at 8. and women's skiing halfpipe final at 8:30 p.m. And there you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. Okay.
CNN forced out another top executive as the scandal that started with Chris Cuomo keeps on growing. Allison Gallus, the top deputy,
who else knew?
he was fired as CNN's president for not disclosing their romantic relationship.
Oh, let me yawn for a moment or two. Alrighty. Let's get going here. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we got to do the little fun fiesta. Okay, let's get over to Wednesday and let's do it this way. In the UEFA Champions League round of 16, Salzburg and Bayern Munich tied at 1, and Liverpool beat Inter Milan 2-0. Woo. In championship action, Peterborough and Reading blanked. In the Spanish La Liga, Atletico Madrid lost to Levante 1-0. In the Australian A-League, Wellington over Brisbane 3-0. West Sydney over Melbourne 2-0. Belgium, KRC Genk beat Mechelen 4-1 for the Greek Super League. Panathinaikos defeated Lamia 1-0. Atromitos Athens and OFI tied at 2. Panathinaikos defeated Apollon Smyrnis 3-0. And that's that. Oh, goody. Here we go, go. Hallelujah. Oh boy. What a night. And we're almost done. We may end this early. Wowza. So, what do we get now, boys? And what do we do? Boost. Okay, where do we go? Oh, yeah. Boot. We don't have any media bites tonight. Nothing really going on in that wild world of your media. So right now we're going to take you to what's left of our what's left of our little coverage here tonight. Okay, right now let's update you on the 2 games that are in the NHL in the 9th minute of the 4th quarter. It's Golden State Warriors over the Denver Nuggets, 111-103. And in the 8th minute of the 4th quarter, it's the Utah Jazz over the LA Lakers, 94-87. In Spanish basketball, Unicaja over Fuenlabrada, 73-53. In overtime, Real Betis over Obradorio CAB, 93-86. And San Pablo Burgos over Bilbao, 104-97. Updating the National Hockey League in the 7th minute of the 3rd period. Colorado over Vegas, 1-0. In the Olympic Games in the playoffs, Russia Olympic Committee defeated Denmark 3-1. Finland eliminated Switzerland 5-1. And Sweden eliminated Canada 2-0. In the ladies hockey game right now, in the 14th minute of period 2, Canada leads U.S., the women. Canadian women over the U.S. women 3-0. Finland defeated Switzerland 4-0. Czech Republic soccer. Kometa Brno over Trinec 3-2. Soccer. I've got soccer on the brain. I've got a soccer brain. All right, let's go to it. In penalty shots, Hammerlina over Pelicans 4-3. Helsinki over Jukurit 4-1. In overtime, it was Kalpa over Kuku 3-2. And Saipa over Luko 3-2. In cricket, New Zealand leads by 18 runs with 7 wickets remaining in the first inning over South Africa. And in the World 20 International, India defeated the West Indies by 6 wickets. There you go. And guess what? I got time. I can do my commentary. And tonight's commentary is simply this: the wild world of wrestling took another trip into the weird. But first, before we do that, let us. Boy, oh boy, we are not doing so good, are we? There we go. Let's hit it right. Thank you, boys. All right, let's get you the results in a few moments, but right now, let's give you, and then we'll do our commentary. Here's our wrestling news for Wednesday. Brandy Rhodes is reportedly not headed back to the WWE with her husband, Cody. As noted by Wrestling Inc., it was announced on Tuesday morning that Cody and W. And in an update, Sports Illustrated's Justin Barrasso reports that multiple sources have said Brandy is not expected to join Cody in the WWE. It was also said that Cody could begin working for the WWE as soon as this weekend, potentially visiting the WWE Performance Center in Orlando to film segments for his return. Rhodes left the WWE back in 2016 after being frustrated with a lack of direction and dissatisfaction with certain members of the WWE creative team, mainly over his Stardust character. It was noted this will be a non-factor in his upcoming return to the WWE, as he is expected to have a far different relationship with Vince and the writing team. Right. Regarding Cody's AEW departure, Barrasso reports another key factor in the decision was losing all responsibilities related to booking. Rhodes was originally a part of the process, but Tony Khan, as AEW's head of creative, has taken full control. Now, there is no time frame for Rhodes' return to WWE, but Barrasso reports that sources have confirmed he is headed back. There is also no word on if a deal has been reached. It's believed that Rhodes could end up being a WrestleMania 38 surprise, or WWE could hold him off until the Raw after WrestleMania, which is the biggest Raw episode of the year. They will, of course, have more on Cody and Brandy in a few. And speaking of Cody's former boss, let's do a little review here. CM Punk made his little ideas known. He was already sitting in the ring, ready to go. He said, if you don't know by now, you should. His name is CM Punk. He's straight edge. He's drug-free, alcohol-free, and he's better than you. He asked the fans if that sounds familiar. He said, inspired people. Some who became straight edge, some who even sit like him. Then there's MJF, who tries to walk and talk like him, but can't think like him. Punk says you'd think he'd be mad about losing MJF, but he's proud of him. He thinks he is Brett in Calgary, Piper in Portland, and Punk in Chicago, but the fact is he's bleeping Little Max from Long Island. Shout out to John Moxley for the assist last week, and now he gets to pick the time, date, and stipulation for the match. And we all know where this was heading, didn't we, kiddies? CM Punk said the place is AEW Revolution, which leaves us with the match. He says maybe you put him in a cage, but he's seen Wardlow and he can climb, and Max could still run away. He says he thought about tough matches he's had, and when you lose, you learn. So he thought about matches where he leaves pieces of himself in the ring. He thought about Piper in Portland, and he asked MJF if he will be his Valentine as he pulls out a dog collar. That's right, folks, a dog collar match. I've seen this personally, and oh, it leaves nothing but bone. Punk says these matches take years off your career, so he needs to tell MJF one more thing, and he demands that he comes out. Well, MJF came out to the stage, and Punk pulls out a picture of a young MJF meeting him, which Punk says was the greatest day of MJF's life. And to him, it was a Friday. At Revolution, it'll be the worst day of MJF's life, and for him, it will be Sunday. He promises the mat will be stained, but with MJF's blood. MJF gets on the microphone, but he just drops it, says nothing, and leaves. Ooh, interesting. In the Bryan Danielson versus Lee Moriarty match, Bryan Danielson won. Wardlow with Shawn Spears versus Max Caster, and with Anthony Bowens, the face of the Revolution ladder match qualifier. Obviously, Wardlow won. And also, Chris Jericho and Jake Hager took on Santana and Ortiz with a little shocking surprise. In the corner of Santana and Ortiz, the returning, you guessed it, it was the returning, say his name, the one, the only, the king himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Eddie Kingston. Now, and that somewhat helped Santana and Ortiz beat Jericho and Hager. And Mercedes Martinez took on Thunder Rosa in a no DQ match. Thunder Rosa won that. And Britt Baker and her crew, which includes a still rather unusually timid, I'll say that. Let's see, whatever her name is. I forgot her name. Well, was with Rebel. And, I forgot who joined in. Geez, who did join in? I have an ID. So, she's a British woman. Hey, Matt, how you doing? We got a bot, so give me a moment here. I gotta destroy und bot. So I will report the bot. Boom. Boom. Little spam. Boot. Boom. There we go. Boot. Okay, hey there. We're almost done here with the broadcast. Just trying to find out. I wish there was a AEW website. Boom. I forgot who was in her crew. I literally forgot who was in Britt Baker's crew. Let me see here before I continue. Might as well just see about it. Let's see. Jimmy Hayter. Yeah, Jimmy Hayter and Rebel were part of her crew. And Hayter, I must say, she's hiding it very well. I think she's going to turn on Britt Baker and Rebel. She hasn't forgiven Britt for what she did. So I have a feeling that there's going to be a little comeuppance. All right, here we go. Mercedes Martinez. Oh, we've already done the Martinez thing. Let's go to the. And that was the TNT Championship match. Sammy Guevara took on Darby Allin. It was all Darby. It was anyone's match to win. Darby Allin thought he had the big old sangria. If I had mod powers, I could take care of the bot. Well, let me do this here. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Boom. Now I got two mods. Okay. Darby Allin had Sammy where he wanted him and was ready to do a coffin drop, but on Andrade El Idolo's assistant Jose appeared to distract. This led to Sting appearing to level the playing field, but Andrade then appeared and smashed him in the face with a tablet. Sammy shrugged his shoulders to hit the GTH and retain. After the match, Matt Hardy hit the ring, starts beating down on Darby. Sammy went for a save, but Andrade dropped him from behind and then poses with the TNT titles to end the broadcast. I do believe do we have or do we not have? I asked this in okay. Well, this is going to be mildly interesting. I think we'll have to find out tomorrow because they are taping Rampage, or they were taping Rampage after Dynamite ended at around 10:30. So let's see. Let's do this and see. Do we have anything more? Anyway. I don't know what we got. Let's see. What? Oh yeah, we were going to check and see if there's been any little. Nope, nothing yet. Okay. Hey guys, there's nothing yet. It'll probably be tomorrow. We won't do any we won't. Fantastisch. You are now the second moderator after Dandelion Fluff. Anyway, I want to make me mod on your Twitch as well once we get everything set up. I will indeed do that, my friend. The Chris Jericho, Eddie Kingston segment, there's added to AEW Dynamite next week. The full card will be Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston, a face-to-face confrontation. The House of Black taking on Penta, El Zero, Medo, and Pac. Tag Team Battle Royal, with the winner being added to the AEW Tag Team title match in a three-way at Revolution. Oi, 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 la 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 la. There you go. Right there, we make these happy moods here because we're almost complete here on the broadcast. So, let's see. Jay White's AEW debut and Adam Cole match will be set for a Rampage. And it looks like Rampage will be live on Friday night, and it is. The full card for Rampage will be Jay White versus Trent Beretta, Dante Martin versus Powerhouse Hobbs in a Face of the Revolution ladder match qualifier, Adam Cole versus Preston Vance of the Dark Order, and Serena Deeb with a 5-minute rookie challenge. We don't know what that is, but it's obviously pro wrestling. Okay. We're almost done here, people. I hope. Then again, who knows? Okay, I guess we are done. Yeah, we're done for the night. We want to thank all of you for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget, we will have another test stream as we continue to build our Twitter channel. Now, our Twitter channel is going to be different than the one here on YouTube. The Twitter channel is going to be an extension of our podcast on Spreaker called Last Call Cafe. And now that we did the experiment to see if Skype works on Twitch Studio, which it does, hurrah, we'll be able to have some guests call it on our Twitch line, which I will make a promo of, that they have to be a part of the Last Call Cafe. If they want to be on our show, they'll have to go to Skype, download Skype, and hit us up on Last Call Cafe, and we'll put them on the air. It will be it will be moderated, but we will be, of course, free to say what we want to say, except nothing news related. We will follow the Twitch laws with respect. Not much in the swearing department, but we're going to have a great time, and we hope you do too. It's a slow process for us. We just yesterday, we're going to be fixing the stream a bit, see if we can improve our video for a little bit. That's one thing. And then we're going to build a intro and an outro. All that and a whole lot more. That'll be in the next few days and next few weeks. So there you go. We're going to be a busy couple of, we're going to be a busy broadcasters, Twitchcasters, whatever you want to say. But we want to assure you nothing's going to happen to this channel. We're still going to be doing our sports and entertainment broadcast, but our Twitch channel will be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday is going to be a potpourri. Wednesday will be pro wrestling, and Friday will be our, thank God it's the weekend show. So it's all going to be on 10 p.m. When we're all done fixing the channel, we'll have our grand debut, and it'll be our Monday show. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch. And we'll give it all and put in the words and all that for you when we can. But right now, that's it for us. We thank you for watching. We thank you for everything. We will see you tomorrow right here, 11:35 on YouTube. Until then, this has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the kind folks at L2C Media, at the L2C Media Network, and L2C Sports. Thanks, everybody, and please enjoy the rest of your evening. On the West Coast, here on the East Coast, it's morning in America. Good night, everybody.